Can it happen? Can a motorcycle club be put out of a country? Question is it going to happen more frequently? I guess that's the question. Are we going to see this more in the first world, Western countries, where freedom of speech and association is supposed to reign supreme? Are motorcycle clubs going to do enough to get themselves banned as time goes forward? We're seeing all kinds of stuff, shootings in the streets, all kinds of stuff. And now we're seeing things like this. We're going to talk about it today. And we're going to talk about a few things. Banned in Norway, Satudarah outlawed to stop gang violence. This is an interesting story today that we're looking at. And I'll get into it with you when we get it on, but we're going to dive into this international news. Has Norway officially banned the Satudarah Motorcycle Club, declaring the organization a criminal association, or is it just a local thing? We'll be looking at it. Also, we're going to be looking at motorcycle clubs across the nation that are doing great things. You know, we want to take this amount of time, this time of this year, to show motorcycle clubs doing good things. When we do good things, they never seem to remember. When we do bad things, they never seem to forget. But we have to uplift those that are doing good things out there in the community. And also, the question of the day, should today's motorcycle clubs use social media and the internet to recruit, share information, and display their colors? Is it good for visibility? Does it create unnecessary heat? Or is transparency the new era of MC culture? We want to hear from you today in the comments and live chat. What do you think? Should today's motorcycle clubs be using the internet and social media at all? Should they use it to recruit? Should they not use it? What do you guys think? We'll be talking about those things and several others as we foray into the heading towards the end of the year. This December the 2nd, 2025. We're wrapping things up, headed towards the end of the year. It's going to be Christmas soon, and we'll be headed for a new year. Those of us who survived to see it, it'll be a good thing. All right, so back in a minute and 7 seconds after this brief introduction. Thank you guys for tuning in since 2016. Banned in Norway, Satudarah Motorcycle Club. Is this true? Back in a moment.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe to get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name's Black Dragon. Started in the Navy and hit the sea, revving Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for the best from the mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath. MC, we're paid his dues in the Arctic stripes, from prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like Michael with a cowboy hat that knows kung fu and says kick Kenny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Yourself educated by his books and you learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe to get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
Well, all righty! Then, well, all righty then. It's your boy Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Allow me to introduce my co-host, as we are the only biker news and motorcycle club protocol channel in the entire world to have our very own Dr. Logic in the house.
What's going on, Black Dragon? What's going on, everybody? Everybody. Where's Lavish?
Man, Satudarah Motorcycle Club, were they actually banned? This is an interesting story because I can't really verify it. I think this is really a story that came from another story that happened last year in October. That's what I think this is, and just recycled for today, which, you know, papers do that. I don't know who this paper is, the Daily Asian, but it could be a paper, an online paper in Asia that's running some old news. But I thought it would be interesting because I think I've actually found where this story came from. And this may be from last year. However, the reason I want to talk about it is in light of a lot of things that are going on, it becomes so. This was published at 12 o'clock a.m. this morning, but I think it actually comes from a news story that happened here in October 9th, 2024, a year ago, where it says Norway bans a local chapter of the motorcycle club Satudarah. Here it says Norway bans motorcycle clubs to stop gang violence. When I first saw this, I was like, wow, did Norway ban all motorcycle clubs? So when you get into this story, it looks a lot like this one. So you can see, but this story is only about 3 paragraphs. And it's gone. So this story is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs, and it's gone. So I don't know if this is a actual newer rendition of the story or not, but it is an interesting story because it absolutely could signal things that are going on internationally. So the story says Norway bans motorcycle clubs to stop gang violence, and this is from the Asian, the Daily Asian Age.com. So they have a lot of stuff going about Asian stuff, and the widely feared organization originated in the Netherlands and has chapters. Okay, so this is about Satudarah, the motorcycle club. And this is, I didn't understand this when I first read this. This is actually the caption for this picture. So here's where the story begins. Norway's highest court on Wednesday called the Norwegian arm of the Dutch motorcycle club Satudarah a criminal association and banned the group, saying it was necessary to prevent crime. Well, this says on Wednesday. And what makes me think that this is just a recycled story is because it said the same thing on the last one, Wednesday in October of 2024. So it calls this the Norwegian arm of the Dutch Motorcycle Club, a criminal association, abandoned the group, saying it was necessary to prevent serious crime. This may have just been a local chapter. The Supreme Court said participants in the club, known for a history of violent crime, extortion, illegal drug trade, and arms trafficking allegations, repeatedly committed serious offenses against someone's life, it says, health, and freedom, and that their actions were apt to cause fear in the population. So this is why it becomes a really interesting story, even if it's a year old, and even if it was only a local chapter. Here we see a motorcycle club has been banned from a Western democracy in Norway. And, you know, what does that resound for motorcycle clubs across the world in what we consider to be free countries? I mean, this wouldn't if this was like a third world country somewhere where you have dictators and stuff, you could imagine that happens. They're probably fairly easy. You can fall on the wrong side of the government and you're out of here. But to be thrown out of a Western country, and they don't have as much freedoms as we supposedly have in the United States, but we're seeing this come to the United States. We saw this happen with the Mongols. They tried to take their entire patch from them and make it illegal for them to wear it. So we're seeing these kind of things happen. The court added that although, and this is interesting, and when we talk about eroding, we talk about eroding MC culture. Watch this. Even the court's going to jump on their ass. Watch this. The court added that although Satudarah described itself as a motorcycle club and is open to ethnic minorities, participants don't even need to have a motorcycle or a license to join. Do you see that? Do you see that? The court. How's the court going to call your ass out? How's the court going to call you out? The court says, yeah, you call your motorcycle a motorcycle club, but you don't even have to have a motorcycle or a motorcycle license to join. Stop playing. And even though you're open to ethnic minorities, nor does the club aim to promote multi-ethnic interests, it wrote. So in this opinion, it's calling the whole thing a sham. You're not even a motorcycle club. You don't have to have a motorcycle or a license to join. And you say that you're open to ethnic minorities, but you don't promote any multi-ethnic interests. Are you even the real damn thing, they're asking them. And that's why we're putting your ass up out of here, because you're just a gang, is what they're saying. The Supreme Court also noted that the gang, see that, describes itself as a so-called 1% club, a term normally used for motorcycle clubs that live on the fringes of society's laws and rules. You know, a lot of you guys that are starting new clubs need to really seriously consider, do you need that 1% diamond moniker? Do you really need that 1% diamond moniker? You can be outlaw all day long and not have that patch, that diamond. It brings a lot of BS to a bro. I was thinking, you know, if I start my own club, maybe I want to be a 1%er this time. But then I see what the rest of these. I see what happens to the rest of these mofos. I'd be like, man, bro, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I think maybe if I had it to do it, I don't know, man. There's just so much BS.
You know, that was asked of me since coming up in the Metroplex and going to different clubs and being getting to know the OMCs around here. And it was like, if you was to join the MC, this was asked to me. If you was to join the MC, which MC would you join? I know you could do the motorcycle ministries before we started, but which one would you join? I said, well, if I was the person I was in college, I probably would join, and I named the OMC. And they stared at me. And they said, really? I said, yeah. I said, because you would join the club that will closely match your personality. And that gave them, they looking at me like, but you're a preacher. I said, I wasn't a preacher in college.
Yeah.
That's why God knew. That's why God knew when to give me a motorcycle.
Yeah. The Supreme Court also noted that the gang describes itself as a 1% club, and they're mad about that. According to Norwegian broadcaster NRK, Satudarah set foot in Norway in 2014. I remember when Satudarah got to Norway. I remember that. Last year, police asked courts to ban Satudarah because of its alleged criminal activities, which were said to include drug offenses and violent clashes with other gangs. The club originated in the Netherlands, where it was started by mostly Moluccan immigrants. I don't know. Forgive me for being ignorant. I don't know what a Moluccan is. What is a Moluccan? Where do they come from? Moluccan? There's a Moluccan cockatoo. There's some Moluccan islands. Okay, so let us ask, what is a Moluccan? I don't know. We'll find out. A Moluccan can refer to a person from the Moluccas Islands in Indonesia, or a specific type of large salmon-crested cockatoo native to the red. Yeah, we saw the bird. So it's a person from some islands in Indonesia. The term is used to describe a large diaspora of people, primarily from the Moluccas, who live in the Netherlands. Okay, so a Moluccan immigrant is somebody from these islands in Indonesia that live in the Netherlands. I got it. Okay, and they are native inhabitants of the Moluccas, an island group in Indonesia, are ethnically diverse and included people of Austronesian and Melanesian descent. Their population is significant in Indonesia, with a major population in the Netherlands. Okay, so it was Netherlands Moluccans that started the Club Satudarah. Its name means one blood in Indonesian Malay. The Dutch authorities eventually banned it, as did Germany.
Black people.
Did somebody say?
You're doing all of that. They black people.
Are they black? Are they black? What? Okay, so what color? I didn't know that. What color is a Moluccan? Are they black?
Yeah, I know Lavish, right?
What color is a Moluccan parakeet? What color is a Moluccan person? Damn it.
Dark skin.
Dark skin. Okay. Wide eyes. Curly hair. Black. It says dark skin with wide eyes and curly hair, though physical appearances can vary due to mixed ancestry and regional differences. The Malaysian roots connect them physically to indigenous people in regions like Papua and Australia. Okay. They are often considered, here it is, black. There it is, black. The black attack right there. Okay, now we know. No, okay, makes sense now. So the club originated in the Netherlands, where it started by mostly black immigrants. Its name means one blood in Indonesian Malay. The Dutch authorities eventually banned it, as did Germany in 2015. In neighboring Denmark, the local chapter dissolved itself in May of 2023 and became the Comanches MC. This is interesting. That they would become the Comanches MCs, because the Comanches are from Oklahoma, New Mexico, Texas, and they never existed anywhere but America. So it's interesting that they would become the Comanches MC in Denmark. Interesting, isn't it? In Sweden, the chapter was disbanded after all of its members were arrested for drug-related offenses and gun possession. In Europe, Satudarah MC has established a local presence in Austria, Bosnia, Serbia, Belgium, France, Spain, and elsewhere. Sweden's gang violence has escalated to the point where its homicide rate linked to gang warfare is now the highest in Europe. You don't ever think of Sweden like that, with shooters often being minors. Damn. There's an average of one shooting per day for every 10 million inhabitants, and in 2023, 53 people were killed in shootings. That's a lot for Europe. 53 people is not like Chirac over here, where 400 people die a summer. Yeah, that's a lot for them over there. So I got to hang out with Satudarah members here in Georgia. They're here actually. I got to hang out with some of them up in the North Georgia mountains up there in near Helen, Georgia. Maybe 3 months ago. It might have been like 3 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. 2 months ago, maybe. Tia and I were up and in Helen, Georgia, enjoying the scenery as we were establishing our love affair and setting ourselves up for the marriage that will be entering into, our lifetime pursuit of one another. We thought we would go to the mountains up there and enjoy the scenery and be one with ourselves and, of course, the dogs. And so up there we went, and it was beautiful, and it was refreshing, you know? And then we run into a damn biker club. 1%er cats pull up. And the bad thing is, wherever I go, if there are freaking bikers, like I can't like they know me. You know what I mean? And so you got these 1%ers getting off their motorcycles looking real crazy over at me. Like, I wonder if those guys know me. And did I say something bad about their motorcycle club one time? You never know. You never know. But they turned out to be that, I don't know why 1%ers have to get off their motorcycles looking so damn mean. Get off your motorcycle looking nice sometimes. But anyway, they came up and they said, "You must be Black Dragon. And we know you. We've seen you out there and we followed you." And I was like, wow. They know who I am! Ahoy! What'd you think?
No.
No, I'm not married yet. I'm not married yet. We're not getting married until next month. I put up one picture of a wedding we went to, and then everybody's, "Congratulations. BD, you ready for the big showdown this Saturday at 3 p.m.? Good dogs, sick 'em." What big showdown? Oh, the Georgia dog. Yes. Why? Because he adopts dogs like a crazy cat lady. He seems married. No, I don't adopt dogs like a cat lady. That's not my dog, by the way.
He stole that dog. He stole that.
I did not steal it.
He stole the dog. He stole the dog. He keeps saying, "No, we're not there." He keeps saying, the man keeps bringing his dog over there and saying, "I'm going to come get him. I'm going to come get him." And Black Dragon keeps feeding the dog. See? And buying the dog collars and everything. That is his dog. You don't do that for a neighbor's dog. You tell the neighbor's dog, "Go home." Go to your own home.
This is what's sad. The man asked me yesterday,
"Can you keep my dog?"
No, he asked me if it was okay if he took his dog home.
You know what I'm saying? See,
I said, "It's your dog. Of course it's okay." He said, "Or do you mind keeping him tonight?" I said, "The dog can stay here tonight."
So is this your neighbor? Is it okay? Is this neighbor? Because I don't know where you live at. Is that next door to you? Is it a house?
Okay.
Is it an apartment complex?
No. So this is my office right here.
I know you eat that.
And behind my office is the these guys from, I think they're from Venezuela or something. And
Don't say that.
they have a car shop. They fix cars and paint and repair cars. And I always cuss them out every day because they're making too much noise or whatever. They know they have to be quiet between 10 and 12. They know that. And they had a dog that they were keeping, and they were leaving it in the car overnight and stuff. And I found out it's because the guy was sick. He went to the hospital. But the guys around there weren't taking care of the dog. So I went and opened the car and took the dog. You can't be in a car around my office, bro. That ain't happening.
Y'all heard him right. Y'all heard him right. He went inside somebody else's personal property and took something out of it.
I
That
took
is
the
called
dog
theft.
out of the
That is
car.
called that
Oh,
is
I
called
could have
theft.
called. I could have called ASPCA on their ass.
You could have. Then you wouldn't be a thief.
So I got the dog, and then the next day, he's screaming, "Where's my dog? Where's my dog? My dog!"
Somebody stole my dog. Go ahead. Keep
And I opened the door, and there he saw his dog, and he just was like, "Ah, Dragon, thank you." They call me Dragon over here. So now he's working all day long, and what does he do? He sticks the dog back in the car, and the dog is looking at my dogs run around and play while it's stuck in the car. So I went and opened the
liberated
car door.
it, right? You went and liberated the dog.
I liberated it. I let it out, and he looked over and saw that the dog was running with my dogs, and he was like, he can't do nothing with the damn dog all day, so he can run with my dogs. She can run with my dogs. And so then he left the dog for like a week or two, just left the dog with me. And so the dog runs away and stuff. It's got to have a tracking collar. So I can't lose that man's dog.
So you spend your money.
No, you know something? And this is how we know it's his dog. And he doesn't make a lot of money.
It doesn't matter.
He says to me, Dragon, how much money did you spend? I'm giving you all that money back.
Because I want my dog back.
He's clearly established that this is his dog. So he's supposed to be giving me all this money today.
When the neighbors' dogs are in my yard, or if they come over here, like the cat.
That's because you're evil.
Like no, I'm not evil. Like the
you're
cat.
Evil.
I'll be sitting in my garage watching television, sitting by the bike, and the cat comes up to our screen and he looks, and I said, "I'm sorry, you can't come in because you don't live here. So go back to your house." I don't shoo it off. I don't throw anything at it. I just say, "You're not coming in." That's all I say.
Oh my goodness. No, bro. I couldn't have that dog laying out. So now, but I told him, you do not have to ask my permission to take your dog. In the best Spanish I could come up with.
Evidently he felt like he did have to have permission to get his dog back.
I told the owner of his of the business back there, they're laughing at me. Dragon, you took his dog, they say. I said,
I'm not the only one.
I said, that is not my dog. They're all laughing at me. They're all laughing at me. That's your dog. The church next door. Dragon, you got a new dog? No, I do not have a new dog. My Iron Ranger understands. She says, our neighbor's dog spent the night before all on her own. The neighbors don't really worry about her. See, they don't worry about the dog when you take care of the dog. So she would run away. Well, I would take her to walk with me and the dog. I cannot come back here without that man's dog. I can't. He worries about that dog so much. So the dog has no recall. Like, he doesn't spend enough time with the dog. You call her name and she keeps running. So I had to get a tractive collar for her so she can't get away. I can't lose that man's dog, man. Can't. So I don't care what you say, man. That's not. K. Wayne says dog napper confirmed. You should start an animal sanctuary. The biker Dr. Doolittle. And you know something? Everything eats here. I have food out for the birds. The squirrels eat. The groundhogs eat. The stray cats. I feed the stray cats. They come through. Everything eats here. There's food for everything. Everything that's out there eats here. They have food. There's bird feeding things out there and a bird bath. There's everything you need to eat at the Dragon's Lair.
You have lasagna, I'm coming.
If I know you're coming, we'll have it.
Have lasagna.
If I know you're coming, we'll have lasagna. Oh my goodness. And I take all three on my walks. Take all three on my walks, and none of them suckers have leashes, bro.
That's how he got in trouble.
Anyway, we're going to see more of this happening, and we have to be careful in the biker club world. You guys have to understand, man, they are coming after us big time. They're shutting down motorcycle clubs left
Let me
and right.
ask a question, and I want to frame this correctly. But and this has been going on. This is nothing new. This has been going on. Law enforcement attacking, going after motorcycle clubs.
Mhm.
With our new way of living here in the United States. Now, I know this club is overseas, but our new way of living in the United States, and actually overseas too, Russia too. Once the government labels an organization or a supposed organization and give them a title, then that gives the government all the rights that they need under the law to do what they want, to ban it, to kick it out, to charge it, to do whatever. How do you stop that? You see what I'm saying? You can't. And I know we're talking about outlaw motorcycle clubs, but this can happen to 99% clubs. It can happen to.
We just had an interview with and that's why I first jumped on this story, because the story initially read Norway bans motorcycle clubs. See that? And I thought when I first saw this morning, 12 a.m. December 25, I thought that this was the first Western country to say no motorcycle clubs whatsoever at all, period.
Storm is coming.
That's what I thought. I thought it was over in Norway. And I was reading this like, oh my God, it just happened. But the story was misleading. We call that clickbait. The story was a little bit misleading. It was really just talking about one motorcycle club. And when you come to the original story here, it might not even be that club is banned in all of Norway. It says Norway bans a local chapter of the club Satudarah. That was the original story. So how that became Norway bans all motorcycle clubs was very interesting to me. But as I looked into it, they did in 2015 ban Satudarah in Germany. That did happen. And they did ban it in another place. I think it was Denmark. I remember covering that story. So it's not crazy that it could be banned from the whole state, the whole city. And so I put the story up for us to think about it. If it hasn't happened, it is progressing to that. If it hasn't happened, see, according to the let me see, where was it? The Dutch authorities eventually banned it. So it was banned by the Dutch authorities, and Germany banned it in 2015. In neighboring Denmark, the local chapter of Satudarah dissolved itself in May and became the Comanches. In Sweden, the chapter was disbanded after all its members were arrested for drug-related offenses and gun possessions. So this motorcycle club has been targeted all throughout Europe, and it continues to be targeted. I did meet some of the guys from that club here in the United States, and they were really cool dudes. Huh?
You know, you didn't answer my question.
What was the question? I'm sorry. I thought I just went through a whole soliloquy here and didn't.
I know. I said, I know we're talking about outlaw motorcycle clubs, but this type of thing doesn't always necessarily have to be with them. You can get social clubs, motorcycle ministries, Christian motorcycle club. It can be any club once the government gives them a title and labels them, because the government all of a sudden, I don't like them, or I don't like the person that's leading it. You know what I'm saying?
I had started to answer a question. I got off on a tangent.
I know. That's why I didn't want to cut you off. I waited for you to take a breath.
Thank you. I was just interviewing Cell Block 1%er a few days ago here at the Dragon's Lair. He went to jail for 6 months for being a member of the Outcast, and they wanted to find out more information about the shooting that happened here in Georgia. So they pulled him off the street on a parole violation. The violation was he had a box cutter in his car. So they basically told him, hey, man, we want to know more information, or we're going to violate you and put you back in jail. And so he took this violation. He went to jail for 6 months for a crime that he was never charged for. He was never charged for participating in the shooting that killed the two Wills of Soul. He was never charged for that, but he did go to jail for 6 months for it. One of the things that he told me in that interview was that the police department, the feds that he was facing, told him, "We see all you guys the same. All of you guys, we see the same."
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Because what does it take to be a gang? It doesn't take a 1%.
A group of people.
It doesn't take a 1% diamond. Is that a diamond?
No.
Looks like a diamond almost.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a diamond
Right.
to be a gang.
Right.
What does it take? What does it take? What's the definition of a gang?
A group of people. We went through that before.
It's 3 or more people, not a group of people. It's specifically 3 or more people wearing the same clothing or identifying to the same ideal. You don't even have to wear clothes. You could just be on the same thing. We could call ourselves all logics.
You know what? Here in Dallas, years ago, me and 2 other people went to the state fair and had the same shirt on.
Mm.
And they told us we couldn't do that.
Yeah, sorry. We're not looking for
same
no
color
shirt,
shirt,
bro.
Yeah. But but you can't, once you get labeled that, you can't stop it. And to your point, I was told when I used to go to pretty often, because I was trying to get know the culture, going to the one of the OMCs out in Fort Worth, and they used to say to me, "All right, Logic, be careful when you leave, because police are hot." And I'm like, "Oh, they ain't bother me. They ain't bother me. I got Harley Davidson on my vest." But then I was told later, says this, well, Logic, trust me, if they seen you hanging around us and coming here ever so often and leaving here, they have already investigated you.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I was told that. They have already investigated you. They know where you live. They know how far you riding. They know who you are. You got a license plate on your motorcycle, because they hang around our clubhouse all the time. They see this civilian coming. Okay, well, who's this guy?
They probably may well. Black Dragon, the Midnight Ghost Rider. How much have I lost? How much weight have I lost? Well, I started off at like about 370 pounds, and I got down to 306 pounds. So I lost 64 pounds this year. That's what I lost. I gained weight over Thanksgiving. I gained like 7 or 8 pounds. So I think I'm 315 right now. But I started losing that again last night. So I'm back on my diet. I should have this 6 pounds off in the next 2 or 3 days. So right now, somewhere between 60 pounds is what I've lost. And I'm still on it. I'm on it, doggone it. And I just had my A1C yesterday, and my A1C is a 6.2. So I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. And
wow, Moto Gato said they do it to LMCs too.
So what and we've seen that. We have seen LEMCs be targeted by police departments, but what Cell Block 1%er told me was the feds told him that unless you're an LEMC or a Christian motorcycle ministry, we see you guys all as gangs or potential gangs. Because, you do have 99%ers that sell dope and run prostitutes and stuff like that. And
you don't have to be in a motorcycle club to do all that.
You don't have to be, but you don't have to be a 1%er to do all that either. There are plenty 99%ers that do that just fine. And looks like Black Dragon saw the video, because he said they don't look at Christian clubs like that, and that's what he said. Unless you are a Christian club, Tunk, Satudarah.
They don't look at Christian clubs like what?
Like outlaw motorcycle gangs.
Well, we was told,
Or I'm sorry, motorcycle ministries is what he said. Motorcycle ministries. Not
we were
necessarily.
told that when the cops were pulling everybody over down in the Houston I-10 area, I ain't gonna say the cities, and they said even those motorcycle ministries can get pulled over because they rolling down with 6 or 7. They don't know who you are until they pull you over. So anybody can hide behind a ministry name.
If you were smart, you would. If you were smart,
See?
you would be the baddest 1% motorcycle club on earth, and you'd be called Jesus Disciples MC. Why wouldn't you?
Isn't that one of the things, Black Dragon, that this is what I heard growing up, coming up. This is what I heard. And this is why the way we operate in God's Warriors is a little bit different. That the reason why a lot of OMCs, not everyone, so I know we got 1%ers on here, not everyone, don't like or don't look down on the ministries is because people try to get away from protocol by going into a ministry.
Well, yes.
I've heard that.
It's true. It's true because every place where there's something good, but it's human, there'll be somebody human to come mess it up. So so there were times when places were closed. Like there was a time when I came to Houston, when I came to Texas with the Black Sabbath in 2009, it was closed. You weren't coming into Texas. And if you were a black club, it was very difficult to get in to Texas at that time. And so they would grant, they would kind of leave certain kinds of clubs alone. So if you were a motorcycle ministry, they might be like, oh, yeah, okay, well, you're here for Jesus. And
right.
Jesus too. So here you are. And then, so those guys might not have had to go through everything like we had to go through. We had to go through a rigorous thing to get into Texas. It was not easy. We had to go through the COC and all this kind of business, blah, blah, blah. This was long before there were any black clubs running Texas. Running the black clubs in Texas. So you actually had to go through the Banditos and the COC and all of that. But they might have given some Christian clubs a break, motorcycle ministries. And then you got all these guys in motorcycle ministry, and they look just like you do. They're grimy and grungy and hair laid out and everything and looking crazy. But then you go to the strip club, and they're in the strip club.
In the strip club.
Harder than you're hollering at the horse. And them guys are out back taking hits of speed harder than spoonfuls of speed, harder than you guys are taking spoonfuls of speed. You know, we have to always reference.
Did you say the spoon? There you go back with that spoon, bro. There you go.
Reference the spoons. So all of a sudden you're like, well, wait a minute. Hey, what's up, Uganda? Uganda, Africa is on our channel today. What's up, Uganda, man? It's good to see you guys.
All right.
We're worldwide.
Worldwide, Black Dragon and Logic and Lavish, worldwide.
So they were all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute, man.
What he's saying? What he's saying? That's not true. MacGyver said that's not true. I don't know what he's talking about though. That's old. I was checked out before I switched. That's not true. He said there's a motorcycle Christian club in Pennsylvania who wears a diamond patch. Yeah.
A Christian club and a motorcycle ministry are two different things. Let that be understood. Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club is a Christian club. We have a cross on our back. That's not the same thing as a motorcycle ministry. So there is a club called Christian MC that wears a diamond in Texas. They're not a motorcycle ministry. They're a Christian club. They're a club of Christians who if you look at it, the Infidels is a Christian club. Not necessarily are they a motorcycle ministry at all whatsoever. Period.
But
So-
my main point was that soon as the government labels any club, any organization, it can be a glee club, you know, because they want to go after them, then all of a sudden that club is in violation of every law that they can throw at you. Like the gentleman you said you had on there, they pulled them over They said they violated him for a box cutter. Okay. All right. So all of a sudden, my organization, because they don't like my leader, my organization is a terrorist organization. So now terrorists can't have any type of weapons, even though you can carry weapons here in Texas. But your organization is a terrorist organization, or your organization is a gang affiliate organization, or your organization is a gang. So you can't have a weapon just because we want to go after you.
Right.
Okay. That's where I was getting at.
And that's something that Cell Block 1%er said in the interview. I said, a box cutter? You couldn't have gone to jail for no box cutter in your work truck. And he said the federal government can do anything it wants.
Yep.
To you. Big Hooch. Big Hooch put some spoons up. Don't forget to put sponges up while you're out.
No. Don't be trying to see. You trying to pass the buck again. There you go. There you go.
Oh my goodness. I'll never forget that. What's that on your knees? Sponges? They look like sponges.
See how he's trying to switch the subject off of him? Yeah. No, okay.
K. Wayne said, Black Dragon, where might I purchase a nice spoon of meth? I thought they measured it in spoonfuls, bro. That's what I thought. In Denmark, they shut down the banditos since October 2025. Yes, they did. They sure did. I remember covering that. This just in, I just saw this. This is about the shooting that happened in Phoenix yesterday or over the weekend. It looks like they're starting to finally untangle this. You know, we report on this stuff before. I mean, they put these reports up. They don't know what's going on. And so now I think they're finally starting to get down to what's going on, probably after watching us here. Action.
We are learning a lot more tonight about a deadly shooting involving two motorcyclists. Phoenix police say that one of them shot and killed the other, and then they were hit and killed by a car.
There's a lot to break down here. Steve Nielsen joins us live with what happened and possible motives involved.
Yeah, well, you're right, John. There is a lot to break down here in this one. One of those pieces of evidence out there that police are...
There's a lot to break down, and you don't know shit about anything you're talking about. Let's go.
Trying to go through a violent video that's been posted on social media, recorded by a witness there. Police would love to use it. There's a few problems with it. One, they're still trying to confirm its authenticity. That's something you have to deal with in an AI world right now. But two, they're still trying to track down the person that recorded that video.
Not gonna happen.
Mobile command and flashing lights under the 17 overpass at 7th Ave Friday night. The scene was very different than the crash officers thought they were responding to.
Very confusing scene. Detectives worked for multiple hours trying to piece out what happened. It's tragic. It's a tragic incident. Very concerning for our community as well.
Sergeant Jen Zach now says Scott Kikas and Job Martinez were both on motorcycles and got into some dispute when Martinez shot and killed Kikas. Moments later, a driver hit and killed Martinez. The driver left the scene but was close by and didn't answer any questions, according to Zach.
Individuals saw the person getting shot and did hit the person that was doing the shooting. As for how that all ties into this whole scene, whether he was a third party unknown, we're still working on any details for that.
Zach says they're investigating online claims about possible connections to motorcycle gangs.
We are hearing a lot of those rumors. We are getting that information. People are calling in tips about it, and all of that information is something that we are looking into. Our detectives are working diligently. I just spoke with one of them this.
Yeah, calling in tips. Because
people are calling in tips.
Yes, of course they are. And they're probably in motorcycle clubs too. I got something for you. Yeah.
This morning, they're working hard on trying to figure out exactly everyone that's involved.
Kikas was a father and husband. His wife didn't want to speak yet about her husband. Local businesses say police have obtained some surveillance video.
Let's go back to this for a second. You better believe that they ain't talking about everything they know. So just keep that. We don't know anything. We're trying to piece stuff together. They ain't talking about 90% of what they know.
those rumors, we are getting that information. People are calling in tips about it, and all of that information is something that we are looking into. Our detectives are working diligently. I just spoke with one of them this morning. They're working hard on trying to figure out exactly everyone that's involved.
Kikis was a father and husband. His wife didn't want to speak yet about her husband. Local businesses say police have obtained some surveillance video. And as of this moment, no one has been charged yet with anything involved here. Keep in mind, police believe there is likely more witnesses out there, more video possibly out there as well. They're hoping if you have any of that info, get it to them as they try to piece together everything that happened here. The number to contact them, 480-WITNESS, and you can remain anonymous. Reporting live, Steve Nielsen, Fox 10
Of course
News.
they can.
Here's another thing to keep in mind, and this is for all you folks that are in this world. What did the shooter do, or what did the guy who ran over the guy do? What did he do?
He didn't open his mouth.
And what did they do?
They let him go. Because they didn't.
One more time, preacher, for the people in the nosebleed section. What did the guy do who ran over the guy?
He kept his trap shut.
That should be Motorcycle Club Training 101. Absolutely, it should be 1% of Trainer 101. It should be Motorcycle Club Training 101. Shut up!
Don't say anything. Be quiet.
It's what it should be.
Answer any questions according to Zach.
Did you hear that?
Questions according to.
One more time here.
Left the scene but was close by and didn't answer any questions according to Zach.
Individuals saw the person getting shot and did hit the person that was doing the shooting. As for how that all ties into this.
It didn't answer a single effing question.
He didn't
So-
say anything. He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything. So anyway, here's the brief. The Phoenix police investigators said a dispute between two motorcycles resulted. One guy's name was Job Martinez. The other guy, he shot and killed Scott Kikes. Martinez was then fatally struck by a driver that they haven't named. After the shooting, the investigation is complicated by police attempts to verify the authenticity of the violent cell phone video of the incident, which has not yet been traced to its original poster amid an age of concern over artificial intelligence manipulation. Interesting. Police say one motorcyclist shot and killed the other. Very confusing scene. Detectives worked multiple hours to piece out what happened. Zach said detectives are trying to determine if the driver was a third-party witness or not. We do know that the individual saw the person getting shot and did hit the person doing the shooting. As to how that ties into the whole scene, they say they don't know. The investigation is complicated by the violent cell phone video that's all over social media now of the shooting that police are attempting to confirm if it's authentic or not, citing challenges during this age of artificial intelligence. I think artificial intelligence needs to be banned. I'm tired of looking at.
Do you know that I wish I would have brought that article up, but it had nothing to do with motorcycles. But since we're talking about AI, that some judge they said this is the first time somebody tried to present evidence in a courtroom with AI, and the judge figured it out. The judge figured it out right off. They said, and threw the case out. They said, no, they tried to fight it one time. And the judge said, no. Then the news article was like, this is how you can tell. But the more you can tell, the better they get at it. And said, now, like they said, people come up with a video. They have Black Dragon flying through the air. You know what I mean?
We
like
found
a real
it.
dragon.
We found it. In April 2025, a man named Jerome DeWall tried to use an AI-generated avatar to argue his case in a New York State Supreme Court hearing. But the judges immediately halted the presentation and expressed anger at being misled. The attempt was shut down, with the judge stating the courtroom could not be used as a platform for business, highlighting the tension between new technology and established legal system. DeWall later apologized to the court, explaining he had some technical difficulties and the avatar was used to present a polished argument as he was representing himself. Wow. Yeah. I think this AI, here's the story. I think this AI stuff should be banned, bro. I'm so tired of turning on Google to see a woman wrestling a bear, and I thought it was real till the bear's hand turns into a foot or something. You're like,
a friend of mine, an associate of mine, she just put up a post and said, I'm gonna stop putting my pictures on Facebook because somebody sent me this video, what they did to one of my pictures, and had her singing some song.
oh, they could have had her sing into a different microphone. I'm sorry, preacher. Did you turn your back to me? Really? That hurt. Anyway, moving on. Listen, I'm a biker, not a choir boy. I'm a biker. It was funny. Okay, I feel all embarrassed now. I'm red. Anyway.
Can I say something?
No, because it's going to hurt my feelings.
It's not about you.
Okay, go ahead.
We're almost off. We're almost off. No, I ain't gonna say it.
No, I mean,
it's gonna start up something. It has nothing to do with biking. It's just stuff that gets aggravating me. Just
go ahead. Something's aggravating you. This is your platform.
I'm gonna say we because I'm a member of this country.
Mm-hmm.
We just pardoned.
Oh yeah,
the biggest drug trafficker in history, and then want to still tell American people that we're blowing up boats in Venezuela because they're trafficking drugs. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. And I put up a post. And says,
not just that, but we double tapped them.
Yeah, I don't want to go down there because that got me. That's why the other guy had to apologize. Did y'all know? If anybody don't know, that Venezuela has more oil than Iraq, and maybe even more than Saudi Arabia. And you wonder why we going down there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they got a rich oil deposit there in Venezuela.
Why do you say rich like that? Rich.
Because that's what we say. You got a rich deposit of oil. They have a lot. They have a lot of oil. And what the biggest fear is not that we just want to steal the oil. The biggest fear is that they can destabilize the oil trade if they desire. Remember what OPEC did back in the 80s?
Yeah, you remember they were shooting people at. You were young. They were shooting people.
I was young, man. I was in my teens in the 80s, bro. I was young. You ain't number 3 years older than me.
I'm talking about the 70s when it first happened in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
When I was like 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah,
people were. Do you remember when we had to go to odd and even days on your license plate to get gas?
Yeah. Yes.
Did that happen in the 80s as well, or were you around in the 70s for that?
I was born in the 60s.
Do you remember that?
Man.
My question is, do you remember that?
Yes, I remember it, Black Dragon.
Okay, I don't know how, since you're like 10 years younger than I am.
I remember. I'm not 10 years younger than you are.
Yeah, I think you are.
You're 4 years older than me. How old are you?
That's really. I don't know why I can't get my respect for being.
How old are you? 62.
I'm about 68 or so.
No, you're not 68. That's a lie. You're 62.
Yeah, and you are 56.
I am 59.
Are you?
Yes.
You're almost old enough to speak on my same level, almost.
No, I speak above your level many times.
You're almost on my level, preacher.
But anyway, I just threw that in there because we have a divided nation is getting more and more divided. People that used to be comrades are not comrades anymore, and this, that, and the other. And it's because, and I even said this in church, it's because Black Dragon, I'm just gonna use us as an example, at our level, are arguing about what billionaires are doing. We can't change nothing that a billionaire does. You have one guy's trying to become the first trillionaire, and I'm mad at him. He can't do that. He's a trillionaire. I'm not going to argue with Black Dragon over what he. You know what? I would digress and say, you know what? I'm just going to make sure I save my money right and manage my money right because the price of bread is going up. So, anyway, I got to go. I don't want to turn this into something that's not. I just saw that post. So,
yeah. Well, we did pardon that guy. That guy did get pardoned. I don't know why.
oh yeah, he did get pardoned. He did get pardoned.
I don't know
And
why.
4,000 metric tons of cocaine, whatever it was, some astronomical number. Got convicted by our people, by our courts.
I'm sure there was a reason. There had to be a reason. I mean,
yes, there is a reason. It's all about money. It's all about money. It's all about money. It's all about.
I'm sure
you don't let. You do not let.
I'm sure he didn't pay to get out. You can't pay. No one has more money than America.
What you mean you can't pay? It goes to an individual or your friend. Hey man, Black Dragon needs a new studio. I'll tell you what. You help my boy Black Dragon out, I'll give you a pass. Man, come on now. We did that in the hood.
Do we have that kind of cronyism at the highest levels of our
government?
Did that.
We did that in the hood, bro. What you talking about? Come on, man. Oh, you're not from the hood. I forgot. You wasn't.
But I spent I spent much time there.
But I lived it. I
grew up with my cousins.
You spent time there, but I lived it.
I spent every summer there. How about that?
Say, man, I tell you what.
That makes me partially from the hood. I want my partial hood credit.
I need partial hood credit. I'll call my boy up there on State Street, and I know that's the way you got to go. And I tell you what, if you get my little brother, you buy my little brother ice cream out of the ice cream, Mr. Softy, I'll call my boy up there on State Street and let them know you got to get to Baker Street, and I'll let them give you a pass.
How are you going to tell anybody? Y'all didn't even have cell phones.
Man, I can go in the house and call. What you talking about?
How did we communicate back then? With no cell phones, you had to be by your phone. You had to answer your answer machine.
If you didn't go in the house and call, you go up to the strip. You know where they hung out at.
Or you'd call a cell phone near them.
You didn't have a cell phone back then.
I mean, a payphone. I'm sorry, a payphone near them.
No, we wasn't going to payphones back then either. Okay. If you're not in the house, we meet you on the strip.
Okay. I'm just wondering how we even communicated back then.
Or I came to your block. I didn't come on your block. I came to your block waiting to be noticed.
Oh, and just stood outside the block.
Hey man, go get Ben. Tell Ben D is here. All right, man. Don't come up here, D. You know what's up.
Block like you were waiting at somebody's front door?
Bro, see, y'all just don't understand.
Wow.
Just don't understand.
Yeah, I didn't come up in that.
See, you just don't understand.
I did not come up in
stay on your don't you come down the street. Don't you come down the street, bro.
I can't even tell that lie. I didn't grow up with any streets that I couldn't go up. That was not my reality. Thank God. Thank you, Mama. Thank you for.
Thank you very much. That's really nice.
Thank you, Mama. That I did not have to come up with that kind of BS. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That's
now.
crazy.
Now, can you imagine if I would have stayed with that mentality and that mindset and that environment that we had up north? Can you imagine if I would have stayed in Bed-Stuy? That's why my mother took me out. She says, "Nah, bring your behind up here." Nah.
That's why Tia, my beloved, took her children out of Chicago because of what she grew up in. Tia is a real gangster for real. If you ain't never met a gangster, if meeting Tia, you meet a real gangster because that child is fearless. But let me tell you something. Her children are so well behaved, and it is just amazing to me. Like her children aren't in any trouble. Her daughter is in school getting her doctorate right now. Her son, they don't hang out in nightclubs and stuff like. They are just amazing children. These kids she has raised, and all that because of where she came up. She brought her entire family. Eventually, came down here to Atlanta to get away from, like you said, that mentality. It's amazing.
But
To see
yeah,
her
yeah.
kids
But
in
most real OGs, male or female, whatever you want to call them, they don't glorize that stuff. I can reminisce, but you don't glorize. I did a video. Oh no, I did a post a long time ago. Then I'm gonna get off. We're gonna get off this soapbox. Long time ago, and I apologize to everyone that I harmed growing up.
Mm.
Either through trying to run you over
That
with my
doesn't-
car,
that
hit
doesn't
you with
help.
baseball bats, cutting you, just beating you up, all that. I apologize. I did.
Wow.
And then when I went to
beautiful.
upstate,
You do
when I
that.
went upstate to a funeral early this year, the first person, when me and my boy got out the car going to the funeral of one of our old homies, the first person that walked up to me was somebody that me and my partner got into a fight with. And I laughed. I said, oh, I'll wait till I call my boy Reg. Say, Reg. I took a picture with him. I said, Reg, who's this? He said, what? I said, who's that? I don't know. I said, that's the joker you knocked out. But the thing is, we grew up. That was high school stuff. That was teenage stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was old stuff. We grew up. We made it to our late 50s. A lot of cats are not making it past 25.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So you don't glorize over that. And this motorcycle community, these OMCs, got 56-year-old men out there shooting each other on a motorcycle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because in that last story, those guys were, older. One of those guys was 50 something, if I remember right. I'm trying to. I believe one of those guys was 50 something. I have to go look it up, but is it right here? I saw it somewhere. I saw it somewhere earlier today that one of those guys was 50 something. In any event, we need to do one feel good story, and then we need to get the hell out of here. Because we promised a feel good story. Is this it here? Yeah, right here. Here it is. Look at this, preacher. Right here. Two of the bikers identified as Job Martinez, 53 years old, and Scott Kikes, 36 years old, were stopped at a light when they began fighting. Moments later, Martinez, the 53-year-old, then shot the 36-year-old multiple times. Maybe he just emptied his gun on him, who knows? And then he was killed. So he was 53 years old. He was killed, 36-year-old. It's just tragic. Now, to me, a 53-year-old is still a kid. To me, a 53-year-old is still a very young person.
Ain't no kid, no 53. Just because you're older than he is, he ain't no kid.
To me, I see a 53-year-old as a very young person. Being a wise old 62 as I am, even older than yourself, and therefore I should be honored and respected as such. Yeah. I don't even know why you haven't paid tribute to me this morning.
Pay tribute to you? Go ahead and play your Obey. Obey. You didn't play that yet.
You're right. It's time for that. It's time for that. Maybe you guys should donate some freaking money.
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money.
Yes. Hey, listen, we need you guys' donations. And also, we need you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Likes are free. So please hit that like button. The number one metric in all of YouTube as to whether a show is doing well or not is the like button. So please like, share, and subscribe. And if you wouldn't mind going on ahead and donating, you can donate to us. Somebody told me, Black Dragon, you asked us to donate, but you didn't tell us how to do so. So if you want to donate, you can get a channel membership. They're as low as $2.99 a month. Just hit the join the button on the channel. Also, my Cash App is you can support the channel. My Cash App is $bikerprez, PREZ. and my PayPal is jbunchii. And so that's how you can donate, or you can hit the super chat button. If you want to donate to Logic, you can donate to Logic at Keep It Logical. Dollar Logic 357, Dollar Logic 357. And if you want to donate to his church, the church is a completely different thing. It's Solomon's Porch, $Porchville, $Porchville. And also, if you need prayer, you can give Logic a call at
Put this email address up too.
972-834-5010 if you need prayer for him. And also, if you need to,
I'm just trying to help you out.
Is that it right there? Is that it right there?
But I was going to give you the email address too. Prayers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Do I know what I'm doing with the preacher? I won one. I won one. I won one.
Okay, let me give you. Let me put one on the board for you,
man. Oh, that's two for me.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Give me my thing up there on the whiteboard.
I did. I put it up on the whiteboard.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Are you calling me to be on the show?
Could be better.
Are you calling me to be on the show?
I want to talk to you, but I don't know how to work this because we're still on our allegations and all that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Let me call you right back as soon as the show is over.
Okay.
Yeah. We want to talk about no allegations. All right. Moving on. Don't call me during this time unless you want to be on the show, people. Damn sure don't call me about no club business at this time. Oh, look, somebody gave us 5 gifts. Thank you, Papa Penguin. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships to the show. We appreciate that so much. I don't know why that's not coming up on the screen. Let's see. Here we go. Now the show. Thank you, Papa Penguin, for giving us 5 gifts to the show. Thank you for gifting. So when somebody gifts 5 memberships, it just goes randomly to somebody out there. So if you got a membership to the show, we Papa Penguin is the guy to say thank you to, and hopefully you re-up. All right. Our last story for the day, and then we're the hell out of here. Motorcycle Club in need of donations. Some of Santa's helpers. Satan's help. Some of Santa's helpful elves are coming in this year riding Harley Davidsons, Indian motorcycles, and maybe a Kawasaki or 2. Members of the Elizabethtown Drifters Motorcycle Club are determined to give area children the best Christmas possible as the club sponsors its annual toy drive. The drive began a few weeks ago. However, club president Ryan Monk said the toy drive is a little sluggish this year. Yeah, everything is down this year. It's slow at the moment. We need some more donations, Monk said. In my opinion, the government shutdown had a lot to do with it. I think so, sir. I think so. Nobody has as much as they had. Here is a picture of the Elizabethtown Drifters Motorcycle Club collecting toys at some point somewhere. It says they need donations for this year's annual toy drive. Donations are being accepted through Saturday, with toys, books, and clothing being handed out to families at 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on December 13th at the Highcraft Park in Elizabethtown. To make a donation, reach out to the club through its Facebook page. And this is the Elizabethtown, that's all one word, Elizabethtown Drifters Motorcycle Club. And it's in its 4th year. Club members consider the drive a way of giving back to their community and helping some families that find themselves struggling during the holidays. It's hard out here, Monk said. Times are hard. The economy is not all that great. We just want to help out. Drifters Motorcycle Club continues accepting toy donations through Saturday. Monk said they will accept new toys, gently used toys, that are in good condition, and items of clothing. Books, clothes, whatever they can donate, Monk said. I'm sure people can use it. Anyone with items to donate can reach out to the club through their Facebook page by searching for Drifters MC. A club member will contact the donor and schedule a day and time to meet to collect the items or the donations, or they can be brought directly to Highcraft Park, Highcraft Street in Elizabethtown on December 13th at 10 a.m., where the toys will be distributed between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monk has hopes this week will turn things around with more community members being involved and more donations coming in. So you can reach Greg Thompson at 270-505-1414 or G. Thompson at the newsenterprise.com and if you need to. And they can get that to you. Greg Thompson, G. Thompson at the newsenterprise.com, all one word. So, hey, good for you guys out there donating toys. We're going to do some more of this tomorrow. And for you guys that are looking to help donate, SSW said, donations, can we send a spoonful of sponges?
I gotta go, man. I gotta go.
do too. All right.
I gotta go. That was funny, though. I gotta go.
It's time to get out of here. Hey, Black Dragon rocking a tracksuit, far out. Yeah, I told you. I'd be wearing tracksuits. That's what old people wear, especially when you lose weight. All right. Let's see. Let's get you out of here, man. We'll shut this down and we'll bring this on and
I remember this one kid I met.
I gotta get my own music.
Well, you've been saying that.
A few years ago.
Yo, what's up, everyone? This is your boy Logic over here. Keep it logical. Hey, it's been a great day. It's still cold out here in the Metroplex. Hopefully, it's going to get up to at least 60 degrees. But if you're out there riding, I was riding in 37 degrees yesterday, y'all. But if you're out there riding, remember these words. Ride hard, ride safe, and always, always ride on faith and keep it logical. Peace.
Black Dragon said, I finally got you.
I know. It's 2 to 103.
Hey, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, my bro. All right, take care, man. And it's your boy Black Dragon. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys same bad time, same bad channel tomorrow. Yeah. Try to find a way to treat somebody out there like precious pieces of solid gold, man. And you will be blessed. Enjoy your motorcycle club life and career and be safe. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in. And hey, man, the new year is coming. Get ready to get skinny.